Hello and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles. We're here for another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. Today is Tuesday, March 24th, 2026, but I'm back solving the puzzle from 2 days ago, Sunday, March 22nd. It's a puzzle by Alex Eaton-Salners, who is a prolific contributor to the New York Times crosswords. And it's a Sunday, so we're expecting we can see a large grid and expecting a tricky themed puzzle. We can see some circled squares as well, which no doubt will have something to do with the theme. And the puzzle is called Sound It Out. So I'm expecting probably some kind of phonetic tomfoolery here. So we'll see what Alex has in store for us for this Sunday, March 22nd. Let's get solving. Catalyst for reckless behavior. I mean, could it be something like appear for peer pressure? Probably a dare, maybe? That would work. More than enough? Extra? Is that what we want? Resting places? I mean, do we want tombs, maybe? Resin source. Sap? Tree sap? Maybe. Tippy top. What, like the apex, maybe? Of like a mountain? Or green blank. Well, that could be just about anything. Green. Basic tier on a popular ride-sharing app. Is that Uber X? That looks weird. Oh, no. Austin Music and Media Festival, familiarly as South by Southwest, SXSW. A bygone bird, probably the dodo, usually what we want there. Triangle for 1, and then 27 across is the circles in 22 across. And I can see that we have similar clues at 41 and 45 across. And presumably 64 and 67 across, maybe 93 and 91 across. Anyway, we'll get there when we get there. But what do I want for a triangle for 1? Let's check some downs and see if we can get some help. Jay Gatsby's obsession in The Great Gatsby. Breathing issue, maybe sleep apnea. Subdued, restrained. That fits, so I'm going to guess that's what it is. Go to blank. Extremes? It looks okay. Do we want an instrument then? A percussion instrument for a triangle as a percussion? That would work. And R-U-M-E. R-U-M-E? I'm sounding out the circles. What does it... R-U-M-E. Touch. Oh, maybe not extra then, because touch probably we want a but there. Speaking about two properties or buildings that are sort of adjacent to each other, touching each other. Oft reposted internet content, probably memes. I think the plural there we want. Publicist's handout. A flyer? What is this? Green beans? Duo with the 1990 hit Steal My Sunshine. Oh. James in the Blues Hall of Fame. James. Etta James. More than enough. Ample? Ample kind of just means enough. Green... What is this? A green beret? Was this Len? I don't remember. What could this be then? A publicist's handout. Let's say it's green beret and see what that gets us. Oh, Daisy. Right. Fixed fees or set rates. Nauru's capital. I don't know. Rehearsed the whole show in theater lingo. Ran it? Ran... Certainly looks like ran something. Betwixt means between or amid. Ran it? Eliminated for not following the rules informally. DQ'd. Disqualified. Modern trends of employees doing the bare minimum. Quiet quitting. Oh, a press kit. Publicists hand out as a press kit. Digital ID, a social security number. Nota bene, a Latin phrase meaning note well, abbreviated often to NB. Eucalyptus eater is a koala bear, not actually a bear. Start, oh wait, no, I think it is a bear, but a panda bear isn't a bear. No, a koala is not a bear. A koala is a marsupial. Yeah, I think I got it finally. Start of an encouragement. Probably add a girl, add a boy, add a kid, add a whatever you want. Estate planning, I guess, is what we want to fill in that blank there. Raised designs. I don't know what they mean by that. Cooking vessel used in making angel food cake. Some kind of pan for sure. Maybe a bunt pan, and maybe this isn't tombs then. Bunks. Excels at Simon Says, say, obeys, for sure. Hashtag that trended in 2017. 2017, is that Me Too? Maybe this is tombs after all. Indiana Governor Mike, I don't know. Pre-release prototypes, betas. Okay, let's go back to tombs. What could this be? RUME. Raised designs. Probably, okay, some kind of pan, right? Canon competitor for printers and other peripherals. Epson. Mike Brain. Mike. What about these downs? Oh, did I list shortening abbreviation? Probably we want et al. With 4 letters. Flag bearer, well, literally a pole holds up a flag. Find abhorrent, to detest. I guess the time has come. I would have wanted so here we are, or so what? So this is it, maybe? Bulge in some throats. Adam's apples. Singular though. Island chains. Do we want keys? Maybe not. Actually. Oh, chains. Flower garlands. We want leis here on the Hawaiian Islands, for example. So this is it. Liturgical book. What about this? The circles in 41 across. QQ or 2 Qs or QQ. What would that mean? Enterprise that might offer disposable slippers. Why enterprise? I guess enterprise means business. Hurdle for an aspiring attorney. Oh, it's a spa. A spa might offer disposable slippers. Hurdle for an aspiring attorney. Probably the LSAT. What is it? Law school admissions test, I think. Bed liner question mark. Bed liner question mark. What's the pun? What kind of bed? Does look like so this is it. Silt, maybe? For like a rose bed? A flower bed? Iris holder. Do we want your eye socket or something like that? Tony winner Lotte Lenya, probably the German singer and actress. Will do. Okay, it couldn't just be that. No help needed here. Will do. On it? Maybe it could be that. Liturgical book. Captain's subordinate abbreviation. I mean, this could be something like a first mate, or it could be just any rank below captain, and I'm not sure which one they want. Ready to go with up. Geared up, maybe? Came to a conclusion. ended, I guess. Just a generic conclusion, not like a logical conclusion. Let's try geared up. Kind. Sort, maybe. What kind you are, what sort you are, what kind of person. Reliefs. Raised designs can be reliefs in terms of sculptures or other kind of sort of physical art forms. Big parties, maybe affairs. Captain's subordinate commander, maybe. Q-tips, like that. Granola kin is muesli. Oh, a missile. Literally a book for the conducting of a mass. Admission of duplicity. I lied. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? So that makes this a tube pan for an angel food cake and Mike Braun. Okay, all right. And Q-tips. I guess the tips meaning it's just the tips of the word, the beginning of the word. I think that's what's going on. Difficult ice skating maneuver in brief. A quad. It could be a quad of several different kinds of skating maneuvers, but all quads are difficult. Coffee holders are urns. Language of Pakistan's national anthem and of Pakistan in general is Urdu. Power suffix, Powerade, I guess, is a brand, I think, of energy drink. Gussied up. What? Gussied up. I don't know. Israel's first UN ambassador. I don't know that either. Cheese ball? Question mark. Harvard extension. I guess we want the URL domain thing. Top level domain. EDU. URL ender. Illegal activity generating considerable interest. Usury. Literally a sort of investment fraud, I think. Totally tubular. So the play on words on interest there. Totally tubular. I guess we want rad or something. Cheese ball. Just eat 'em? Cheese? Duded up? I don't know that. High chair wear. A baby bib? Less incompetent. Abler? Lisa with the 1994 #1 hit Stay I Missed You is Lisa Loeb. I can't believe I remember that. Some radio tubes, diodes. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Each of the tiny tufts of a dandelion has one. A seedlet. Attacks from all sides besets. Is that what we want? Seedlet. Chapeau perch. A chapeau is your a hat in French, and in French your hat sits on your head. Your chapeau sits on your tête, I think is what they want there. Film crew assistant. Best boy? That is a name of a film crew role, and I can never remember what they do. Maybe they're like an assistant to the key grip. Possible. Settings for some TV dramas in brief. ERs, I guess, emergency rooms. Terre Haute, Indiana. French for high ground. Pester. I'm not sure. I'm going to go with duded. Not really sure, but let's see. Blank on you, shame on you, possibly. Who is this? Why don't I see that name? Leave speechless. Could be a few things. Arrived en masse. Not like descended upon, but not that's not what it is. You or me say. One of a pair of lines drawn in hangman. One of a pair of lines drawn. I usually think of hangman as drawing 4 lines to start. Why a pair? Exams for seniors. SATs? Oh, arms? Okay, so like not the setup, but as you're going through the game of Hangman, you might draw both arms. Okay. Leave speechless to stun. That looks right. Iban? I still don't recognize that name. The circles in 93 across. Well, let's look at 93 across. On Easy Street, sitting pretty, I think, probably, right? So we have the 4 T's there. I didn't even look at this one, actually. The circles in 64 across. A B line, a line of B's, that would work. Iris holder. Oh, so not is in your eye, but the flower. So an iris holder would be a stem. And this is silt, after all. I guess we're looking at the flower on both sides here. A flower bed and a flower of the iris. Okay. No help needed here. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm okay. None of those fit. A component of fertilizer and gunpowder. Niter? Liquor-free as an event is dry. Recumbent. Literally recumbent is lying down. Adam's family member is cousin it. Light hits on like a drum would be maybe like taps. 7 days in San Juan is a week. And you say week by saying what? Semana? I am guessing here. My Spanish is not that good. Actress Sorvino is Mira Sorvino, so I got the M right. SB on the periodic table. Antimony? Antimony? I think is what SB is short for, and I don't remember why. Help is aid. 1980s video game character who hops between cubes is Cubert, which I also can't believe I remember. Batteries for brains? Batteries. Why batteries? I mean, the IQ part makes sense, but I don't get the rest of it. Numbers game. Ratio? People of the Mexican Altiplano. Altiplano. Sounds like it means something like mesa. But I don't know what they want here. Bring to a garage for repairs. Okay, what about these T's? On the circles in 1903 across on Easy Street. It's not T-shirts. Arrived en masse. Secret holiday figures. We want, I guess, Santas there. Secret Santas. Pester. To tease could be to pester. Okay. Tea sets, maybe? This looks like human, doesn't it? You or me say human being, yeah. I mean, they're assuming that I'm not a robot solving this, I guess. I think tea sets is what we want here. Equilibria, probably Stacy's, maybe? Degrees for CFOs, probably MBAs, Chief Financial Officers, Masters of Business Administration. Streamed in, that could work. Part of ESL, English as a second language. Some reds for short are wines. Is that what we want? Oh, Zins, maybe Zinfandels. Romeo's last words, I die. Small, say. Small is a size. Is that what we want there? The circle's in 115 across, and the 115 across is nickname of Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Built in 1942 for the Manhattan Project. I don't know that story at all. I know what the Manhattan Project is, but I don't know about Oak Ridge, Tennessee. CC something? It may be hard to believe. I don't know. Anything might be. Surge protector, I don't know. Oh boy, okay. States for the record. This could be something like avers. Send payment. I'm starting to get into real guessing territory here. Send payment. Dresden denials. Probably we want the word no in German. So nines, I think. IQ tests. Why batteries? Is a battery another word for test? Bring to a garage for repairs. Something in? Send payment. Oh, to remit payment? What? People of the Mexican Altiplano. I don't know. Oh, a levee. A surge protector. A levee is a type of a sort of dam. Numbers game. Oh, the lotto. The lottery. Bring to a garage for repairs. What? Is one of these things wrong? Maybe avows instead of avers. Those two always get confused in the grid. I guess we want toe in then, and maybe the Otomi people. This does not look right. It may be hard to believe. A yarn? Sees eye to eye. Sees eye to eye. ICCI. Atomic City. Block beaver style to dam up. And we have levee and dam up, sort of close to each other there. Freedom from fretting. Ease. Nasal cavity is your sinus cavity. Comedian Notaro Tignotaro. Where the Rosetta Stone was discovered is Egypt. Blank bump, a fist bump. Or terrorist fist jab, if you like. Archaeologists find. I don't like that. MacFarlane, who voiced Ted in Ted, is Seth MacFarlane. Oh, a relic. As in Tia Carrera, Relic Hunter. Isn't that who it was? Relic Hunter? Am I thinking of the right show and the right actress? I'm not sure. Firework part. Probably the wick. Tufted parts of horse's legs. I don't know. Altiplano animal now we have. Two Altiplano clues here. Animal. A llama? Are there llamas in Mexico? I'm not sure. Family members, we want the mob family here, so mafiosos, I guess. To date, as yet, a memorable saying, maybe a motto. Little twerp, I don't know. Winslet with 5 Golden Globes is Kate Winslet. I guess it is a llama. From Bhutan or Bangladesh, probably South Asian, so not a wick then. South Asian. A little twerp. A snot, a little snot. Firework part. I'm set. No help needed here. I'm set. The right direction on a map. If you're looking to your right, you're looking east. A rowboat blade is an oar. South Park co-creator Parker is Trey Parker. Oh, a fuse. And I guess these are called fetlocks. Let's find out. Okay. Yeah, pretty good here. Let's take a quick look at the theme. So there's no revealer, but the title helps us out. They basically are, they have pairs of theme entries. The first one is just pretty straightforward, but has some circles in it. And then the second one asks you to regard those circled letters in some way phonetically to sort of get the answer to the second of each pair. So let's take a look at these pairs one at a time. So triangle, for one, a triangle is as an instrument in the percussion section of a band or an orchestra. And so from instrument, we have these 4 circled squares, R-U-M-E. And if you sort of consider those letters by themselves, you could describe that set of 4 squares as R-U, the first 2, with M-E, with me, R-U with me, which is its own phrase, and it could be a description of these 4. Here we have a modern trend of employees doing the bare minimum is quiet quitting. Both words that begin with a Q, and those 2 Qs are circled, and those 2 Qs are sort of the beginning tip of each of these 2 words, And so those could be described as Q-tips. Now, I don't... this is odd to me because when I hear Q-tips, I think of the brand of cotton swab, sort of, ear cleaner things. But the brand has a letter Q and isn't spelled out like this. This might be a sort of a back construction, sort of genericizing from the brand name to something that resembles more, is less brand-like and more like a phrase, a set of words. I think. I don't think these were called Q-tips before the Q-tip brand existed, but let me know if you know otherwise. Here, high chair wear, we have a baby bib, and all 4 B's in this entry are circled, and so we have what you might call a line of B's, or a B line. Here we have on easy street. Sitting pretty is a phrase that might be translated as on easy street, or as a comparable phrase, and we have all 4 T's in that clue. Particularly, we have a pair of them here and a pair of them at the end that are circled. And so you might call these 2 sets of the letter T, or T-sets, and T-sets is its own phrase. And finally, we have a nickname of Oak Ridge, Tennessee, built in 1942 for the Manhattan Project, which was the project to construct the atomic bomb. So I guess they called that Atomic City. And here you have the letters I, C, C, I in circles. And you might describe those 4 squares as a pair of C's, or C's, 2 of the letter C, filling in the gap between the 2 I's, or in other words, C's, I to I. Like literally there are C's from this I to that I. So C's I to I, but C's I to I, of course, is its own phrase as well. So that's the theme. Is there much other wordplay in here? I mean, there's plenty of sort of wordplay, phonetic wordplay in the theme sets. But otherwise, I mean, this I sort of had a little bit of griping with some of the clues here. More than an ample. It's not really more than enough. Ample, almost by definition, means just enough. It could, by extension, mean more than enough, but that's not the primary meaning, so I'm a little bit weird about that. Light wordplay on resting places for tombs. I did guess this initially and then got confused because I don't really know the term tube pen. I thought it might be something else. Green beret. I'm not sure why green beret is a common enough phrase to be just sort of given by itself. I'll have to see. I don't even remember where Nauru is to know what its capital is. I'll have to look that up and double check. Island change is good wordplay here. I thought it might mean like geological formations, but they're talking about flower garlands here. Betwixt is just a fun, obscure synonym of something like between or amid. I got confused between bears here, but eventually got to the right one. Missile is the less common cousin of the hymnal, which more often appears in the grid, but just as valid here. Came to a conclusion is a little bit misleading. Only if your brain immediately goes to concluded sort of logically. So it came to a conclusion meaning like decided or reasoned or something like that. But no, we just want something that ended. Enterprise that might offer disposable slippers seems extra weird to me. Why enterprise? Not sure. Power suffix, light wordplay there. And odd for something like this to end up referring to a brand name. Harvard extension, light wordplay for the sort of URL ender there. Bed liner, it's good sort of related clues here for flower bed and the 55 down being the misdirection for iris there. We don't want the eye part, but the flower. What else? This got me a little bit for a while because I was thinking of the initially drawn lines in Hangman, not the ones that you draw as you're going through the game. I thankfully guessed correctly for how to say week in Spanish. These, we have the two related altiplano clues for the llama at 105 across and the Otomi people at 101 down. Some reds. Yeah. I thought Zinfandels were more like rosés, but I guess not. Maybe this is right. I'm not that familiar. And then what else on this side? Len. This does now sound vaguely familiar. I know I can hear the song in my head, but I couldn't remember who sang it. Yeah, illegal activity generating considerable interest is again, very light wordplay, and they gave us the question mark already. Cheese ball, I actually don't understand. I guess it's one of these things where it's a phrase that means something of its own, sort of figuratively, but we are meant to think of it literally. I didn't think this needed the question mark. I would have assumed it was literal. The right direction is pretty light wordplay too. It appears pretty often in the grid. I gotta remember what YSB is the chemical symbol for antimony. Batteries for brains. Again, I'm searching for a definition of battery that means something like test. It must, of course. And then we have these two sort of dam-related clues. This one is a surge protector. Again, meant to read this more literally. Not to do with the power surges, but water surges. And then we have the block beaver style for dam up. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and I guess I never explained a yarn. A yarn is a sort of another phrase for like a story, often exaggerated or fictionalized kind of story. But that's the Sunday puzzle for Sunday, March 22nd. A good Sunday grid by Alex Eaton-Salners, a well-constructed theme and well laid out, and good use of the expanded grid to create 5 sets of symmetrically disposed theme entries. So that's our solve for today. If you enjoyed watching this, please let me know by leaving me a thumbs up. And if you want to know what I'm posting next, hit the subscribe button. You'll get those notifications. And yeah, we'll see you next time on Cross Puzzles. Thanks so much.